Good evening, everybody. I've got a fairly special beer to do today. Obviously, I've done a lot of, as a lot of beer reviewers have, a lot of Abbey ales from Belgium and mainly Belgium and other places. Trappist beers and things, beers brewed by monks in abbeys or elsewhere but under supervision of the monks. Well, I've got an Abbey beer today. It's in the style of a Trappist double. It is a double. And it's Ampleforth Abbey beer. Now, there you go, there's the label. Ampleforth Abbey. They're famous for their cider. They make the cider on site. I think they made beer once upon a time. But this is made not far from the Abbey, but it's under supervision of the monks. This is from York. This is made about an hour away from me. I've been to stay at the Abbey actually, and it's just a bit of a spiritual retreat. And it's very peaceful. It's a nice place. And now they've started making their own beer in the style of the Trappist beers. And Camera already got their hands on it. There's a stamp on the back saying Camera is real ale. Camera says this is real ale. That little, I've got it in view there. Little white stamp. Yeah, so it's in the style of an Abbey double. I say in the style of an Abbey double. It is an Abbey double. It's just made in York, not Belgium. So yeah. Good stuff. 7% on the ABV, which is about right. Now I've never tried this, but because I've only just started making it again. They've just started brewing this, so I thought I'd grab it. I've heard this is quite lively, so it's obviously sedimented. It's bottle conditioned, so I'm going to try and leave that behind as best I can. So we're going to pour it out all in one trusty Chimay glass, of course. Right. So this may go everywhere, it may not, we shall see. Oh no, that was surprisingly quite tame, I'm glad about that. There's the cap. Ampleforth Abbey. I'll read you what it says on the back. I've got to make this quite quick, because I'm expecting a phone call. A dark-coloured and full-bodied Abbey beer in the Belgian Trappist style with a fruity, malty flavour. This is a bottle-conditioned beer, contains nature, blah 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 blah, which develops in the beer. Blah blah blah, we know about bottle conditioning. Alright, well that's all it says. It just says fruity and malty. But I've read on the side somewhere. It was made, then double fermented for strength and a champagne-like sparkle. That was describing a beer that they used to make. So it might have a champagne sparkle to it, you never know. It's fruity and malty, and just typical double by the sounds of it. And strength-wise, it's typical double strength, 7, like I say. So, if I get some floaters in it, it doesn't matter. It's I can see already, very, very murky. Which is alright, it's completely unfiltered. And, I get a bit of head going, it looks like river water. But Abbey doubles, I mean, so does Chimay. It should look like that. Oh, this is cloudier than Chimay. I'm having to force the head though, I have to say. Yeah, right. Okay, well that head's gone. Well. It looks pretty unpleasant. It's sparkling, that's true enough. I've got a fair bit of sediment floating around there, which is okay. Junk wise, but it's just a cloudy beer, it's pure unfiltered stuff. It's really thick looking. It's leaving a bit of lacing, although there's not much of a head. There you go, I'll just turn the glass around so the logo's out the way. That's what we're dealing with right there.
Yeah,
it's like river water.
It does.
Hopefully, I mean they haven't already I don't think, but hopefully they'll get around to making a triple and a quad, But this is the double. Smell wise, now excuse my, I've got a bit of congestion going on, but I'll try my best. It's a deep, almost woody, malty, fruity smell. A bit of hops in there. To be honest with you, I haven't got room to agitate it to get a proper smell off it, so I'm going to have to drink it down a bit I think. So yeah, cheers folks. God, it looks like minestrone soup. By the way, I've served this just cool. It's a little bit cooler than room temperature. Ooh, that's nice. It's almost like a bit of a creamy consistency. You can't taste the graininess, but it just looks grainy. That's pretty sparkling. It soon fades away into smoothness. There's definitely sparkling there going on. Right. I can notice straight off there's almost like a bitter sweetness to it. There's a hop coming through right at the end. There's just a big fruit malt taste going right down the middle of it. The palate is definitely fruity and malty, no question. Pretty deep and almost dark roasting tasting. Quite a generous dose of sweet caramel sort of flavour in there as well. It's not, although it's not the same as Chimay, it's definitely in that same vein. It's out there, it's got a similar taste. Chimay dubbel I'm talking about, the red. The alcohol, for these beers it's not a lot, it's only 7%, but you can taste it, it warms you right through. It's almost like an aniseedy licoricey sort of taste going on under there somewhere. But if you don't like aniseed or licorice, you won't be put off by this beer. It's not that strong. It doesn't taste exactly like it. It's just that sort of a character, that sort of spicy sweet taste. Bit woody. That's why I said licorice. $2.99 a bottle of this as well. You may find it cheaper if you get it on the internet, in fact you probably will. Which is, I bought it from a specialist grocers down the road called Lewis and Cooper's, and the only place I know that we're going to get it in. I went in a few weeks ago and they said, oh yeah, we'll have it shortly, and they've only just got it in, so that was good timing. But you can probably get it off the internet, off the Ampleforth website and wherever, and at the Abbey I'm sure, if you ever go for a visit, if you're inclined to do that sort of thing. There's almost like a mocha coffee under there as well at the end. Don't be put off by the way it looks, because it looks awful, but it tastes fantastic. It's a sipper, it's warming. I'm a little bit disappointed about the fact that it hasn't got much of a head, because I'm a Yorkshireman, I like drinking through a nice head of a beer. Because half the aroma and the character is in the head, I believe, in a good beer. I'm not talking about lager, I'm on about a good beer, a lot of the character's in the head, and it adds to the whole drinking experience, but this I can forgive for not having so much of one. Very much a typical Abbey double, if you know what I'm talking about. But very, very good. And to say it's local, you know, an hour down the road from me, it's fantastic. Quite proud of this. It's stuff like this, as well as, you know, Theakston's and Black Sheep, and particularly Samuel Smith. Stuff like that, and now this, makes me kind of proud to be a Yorkshireman, as far as beer is concerned. Because we got it good, let's face it. There you go, there's that label again. Ampleforth Abbey double. Gets better with age. You've got until July 2014 with this, and probably beyond. It just recommends drinking it before then, otherwise it might start to turn. But it'd be interesting to grab a bottle of this. This is fairly fresh, I would say, especially judging by the sell by date. But you know, within the last year, or last few months. But I would be interested to get a bottle and cellar it maybe. See what happens. Yeah, good. Local Abbey double. Got that. Soup. But it tastes fantastic. It feels good in the mouth. It's just generally good. So cheers folks, enjoy.